back to Love and Romance Tarot readings. Per usual, I am super excited to get into today's video because today we are doing our twin flame update to see how your twin flame is thinking and feeling about you, about the situation, about themselves, and also what they're doing at this time. So we're going to get into it for those of you in a twin flame connection to see what is going on in your connection. So you already know my Etsy is always linked in the description if you want to go deeper or if you want to get your own private tarot reading. But other than that, we're just going to jump right in, okay? For group one, we have the Appetite Stone with the Fashion Tarot. For group two, we have the Animal Totem Tarot and Sunstone. For group three, we have the Crystal Visions Tarot and the Zebra Stone. And for group four, we have the Gilded Tarot Royale and the Smoky Quartz Crystal. So per usual, pause the video if you need more time, if I sped through too fast. Really sit and meditate on what pile you feel, or piles. You can pick more than one, have the message you need about your twin flame for you, and we're just gonna get started. All right, if you chose group one with the Appetite Point and the Fashion Tarot, this is your reading. We're getting into your twin flame, getting an update on how they're thinking, feeling about the situation, about themselves, about you, and also what they're doing at this time. So let's start with some oracle messages, and we'll just kind of go from there. Spirit, tell me what is going on in this twin flame connection at this time. How is their person thinking and feeling at this time? What are they doing? What is on their mind? So here's the images on the back of the card, just in case any of those resonate with you specifically. The first one we got here, we got passion. This one says, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. You know, this is interesting because this is actually telling me more about you, because if you're in a twin flame connection, typically these connections have times where they're really, really good and then times when they're really, really bad. So you may be in a time where things are really, really good, you know, the feelings and passion is really flowing in this connection and it's good, and you may be a little worried, like, okay, how is this going to continue to unfold? Or I feel like an energy with this of some of you tapping into your Lilith energy, or like, you know, your dark Venus energy, your dark feminine energy. And we all have masculine and feminine energy. But I feel like you guys are tapping into that to manifest a better outcome for this situation. Or some of you have really started to feel empowered and have tapped into your personal power. So it's interesting, you know, like tapping into this reading right away. It almost doesn't feel like you guys are too concerned. Like there's an energy of looking at this reading even like, you know, just as entertainment. Let me just see what's going to happen. Let me see, you know, what they're going to try to pull or what's going to happen. But you're not actually worried about it for some of you, because you're tapping into your dark feminine and you're feeling yourself, and you like don't have that doubt of, you know, yourself at this time to even feel worried about what's going to happen regardless. And then we have, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. And that is exactly what dark feminine energy does. Dark feminine energy always takes care of itself. But I also get a bit of your twin flames energy on that as well. So if you guys are in a no contact right now, you haven't been speaking, haven't been seeing eye to eye, they're taking some time alone to kind of like, you know, re-get their focus, like, okay, what is actually holding me back that's reflecting in this connection? So I feel like an energy of them working on themselves and trying to figure themselves out more, trying to understand what makes them tick, what makes them close themselves off, etc. And then we have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. So I definitely get like, I need to savor this moment type of energy. I can't sit here in a super sad energy. Like I feel three energies with this. So far what I'm getting for you guys is a working energy, like healing internally and actually really facing your demons, facing your shadow self. I feel like your person has been spending this time alone to really see like, why do I keep ending up here? Like I keep wanting to engage in this connection. It's not like I'm, cursing this person out every time they talk to me. I want to talk to them, So why is it that I'm still hanging on, but I'm self-sabotaging or I'm getting in the way of this connection? Like they're really trying to figure out, okay, I can't deny anymore that this is real, that I have feelings. So why do I keep going? Why do things keep going left? What is happening here? I also get an energy, like I said, of that dark feminine really coming out. A lot of confidence on your end, I feel. And even if it's not confidence, because confidence is kind of like outward, it's a sureness, just like a silent sureness that a lot of you guys have. And then thirdly, I'm getting an energy of like carpe diem. We got to savor this day. I don't want to spend my time, feeling sad or alone even. Like I don't want to be unhappy. So there's definitely an energy of here of wanting things to work out for the best. Oh, we got one that fell on me. Which is so funny because this is a twin flame reading. That is just further confirmation. The twin flame card came out of this deck. At the bottom it says your passion ignites, twin flame. So there's the confirmation. Like if some of you guys are having a doubt, like are we even twin flames, because it really seems like they don't feel it or they don't seem to be acting right, there is your confirmation. All right, any other messages, Spirit, from this deck before we get into the tarot? Any other oracle message from here that they need to see? Yeah, a lot of your connection, I gotta be honest, is very sacral based. And I find that a lot of divine masculines lean on a sacral based connection, either out of habit. Okay, this is the only one that was turned over. I'm not gonna take all of these. But, a lot of, oh, this one was turned over too. I'll take that one too. But a lot of divine masculines, I find, like really lean on the sacral connection, either because that's what society tells them that they're supposed to be trying to get out of the situation. That's what they're supposed to do. Or whether it's just because like, oh, I got to get out this energy. So we have the sexual union card that came up for you guys. Definitely a strong sexual connection between the two of you. Honor the place in one another that you feel, or sorry, it says honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there will be true bliss. Or it says, for there you will find true bliss, which is so funny because it's telling you to honor the place where you guys are essentially one. And that's really like the universe, your guide, spirit telling you to lean on the place where it feels good, to remember and never forget the reason, you kind of fell for this person in the first place. And we have the friendship card that came out. So I feel like an energy of you guys, I feel like you would benefit from really getting back to basics with your twin flame and just building a friendship over again. So you can see like, this is why we got here. This is how we got here. Because we were attracted to each other, of course, sensually, a lot of passion here, but also because we resonate with each other's soul because of our friendship. You understand my humor, or you get me, you feel like, what's the word? The word where you recognize someone, but you don't know why. Like where they just kind of feel like home. The word is not coming to my mind all of a sudden, but it's like that energy. Oh, familiar, duh. And nurture the bonds with the friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve, is what that one says. So the universe is really saying like, you guys need to get back to basics and get back into a friendship space for this to be able to move forward. I feel like we need to build a new foundation on friendship here between the two of you. And then we have emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So I feel like one of you has been burned by this person. Like one of you can't get over the hurt, and it may be mutual. You've said rude things to them. They've said rude things to you. Both of you haven't been the nicest to each other. Someone is having a really hard time seeing this person as a friend, seeing this person as someone who you kind of share one soul with, or, share like a special bond with, because it's like hard to resonate with someone who could do whatever they did to you. Like, how can I see that this person is, you know, still a good person. Like, it's just, Four of Cups, just like a little disappointing. Like, I don't really want to acknowledge this. I don't, you know, there's just kind of like a bad taste in your mouth. But like I said, I feel like you guys are really growing and learning. We have the Strength card and the Nine of Cups. It's so funny because I'm literally trying to tap into the twin flame energy to see what they're doing. And the universe is really kind of wanting to shine the mirror in your face and show you how much you've grown. Because, you know, you are a magnet. When you heal yourself and you work on yourself, you attract that to you. So the universe is saying the more you work on yourself and the more you find your inner strength, the better this connection is going to get. Your twin flame is going to have no choice but to conform to this reality where, you know, they can't do the same old things with you. You guys can't fall into the same old pitfalls because you've grown. So I find that so interesting. Like, I keep trying to, okay, revert back to what the reading is about. Like, what are they doing? What are they working on? And I got a little bit, you know, here and there. But Nine of Cups is an energy of you being proud of yourself, sure of yourself. And we all know the Strength card is really straightforward. Like, that's an energy of you, you know, really kind of tapping into your inner power, your inner wisdom. And when it comes to this connection, now you're kind of, honestly, I feel like shifting the runner-chaser dynamic, because Four of Cups is like an energy of you're not that impressed by this connection anymore. Like, you're not that persuaded by the things that even are good about the connection. It's like, yeah, that's good, but I mean, you know. All right, Spirit, please tell me. Oops, sorry. Spirit, please tell me how their person is feeling and what they're doing. So we have the Eight of Coins and the Page of Wands in reverse. When it comes to fixing this connection, they're kind of lost. Eight of Coins, I do feel like they're throwing themselves into work. Throwing themselves into work as a method of distraction. Eight of Swords in reverse, though, they are getting better mentally, which is good. So I feel like they're not feeling as trapped. If you guys are in like a separation at this time, like there's no contact at all, this person is getting better mentally and they've been working on themselves and they're not feeling so constricted, not feeling like they have to run away so much. So again, more of that energy of like the scales kind of turning in your favor, and now, you know, you're kind of calling their energy in your direction versus, you know, doing any chasing after them. And I feel like soon, if this keeps up, you know, they're going to end up kind of chasing after you. So we have the Four of Wands in reverse here. I still feel like you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. So I feel like something's going to change in this situation. I feel like the universe is going to come in and really shake things up. You could end up seeing this person out of the blue unexpectedly, hearing from this person out of the blue unexpectedly. Also, I'm getting an ex energy here. If your twin flame has gone to be with an ex, the underlying energy in your situation is that that situation is about to fall apart and they're about to see why that person is an ex. So I'm getting confirmation for some of you that if that specifically is your situation, they're going to be kind of coming back a little bit in a groveling energy because something recently did not work out for them. But the Tower being at the bottom of the deck is kind of like something you honestly don't really see coming. So we have, oh my goodness, we have the Devil, the Lovers, the Five of Cups, and the King of Wands. King of Coins too. King of Wands and the King of Coins. That's a lesson learned if I've ever seen it. That's someone who is really saying, okay, and this, honestly, the King of Coins is where my head really goes because they've really been working on themselves specifically. And then, of course, we have the King of Wands here, so they have a new sense of direction, whereas before they were showing up as the Page of Wands in reverse, not really putting very much energy into the situation. Eight of Pentacles or Eight of Coins, throwing themselves into work, you know, just trying to avoid Five of Cups, the low vibrational energy of this relationship. You know, I find this person being a bit avoidant right now. And I feel like the universe is kind of forcing them to expand through experience. So I feel like that's a part of the reason why I was picking up on that ex situation, where for those of you who this person walked away from your connection to pursue something with someone that they had dealt with in the past, you know, the universe is like, okay, if you're going to sit here, throw yourself into work, Page of Wands in reverse, you're not going to do anything to grow. Sure, Eight of Swords in reverse, you're going to start to feel that relief because now you don't have that pressure in front of you, but you can't just completely escape, because this isn't just for like you to have a good romantic situation. You meet your twin flame for personal growth. So you're not going to ignore this personal growth. So I feel like something is happening. Shit is hitting the fan so that they can really kind of grow. And then we have, you know, that Devil card and the Lovers here. So that's definitely an energy of growth through expansion, growth through learning lessons. You know, I feel like they're seeing the truth of the connection and why it didn't work. And, you know, they're also healing from what they've been through with that ex, you know, through having to face it head on. And that's causing them to come back to a connection that is good for them, healthy for them, still available for them. So let's see, Spirit, can you tell me how they're feeling at this time? What are they doing? Give me a twin flame update for them. We have, ooh, I want to tell you how I feel and I regret lying to you. You guys, tapping into this energy, this person is feeling a bit guilty. I feel like they told you that this was someone that you didn't have to worry about, or they told you that they were ready to go all in. Some sort of lie. I feel like they had an opportunity, and that makes sense because it came out with the I want to tell you how I feel card. They had an opportunity to be honest and let you know and surrender at the same time as you, like let you know that they had genuine feelings for you and what those feelings were, and to kind of like get into that. But they chose to tell you, oh, you know, I like this connection, but I'm not really sure. And it's like, this person isn't as confused as they may let on. I feel like they just didn't want to talk about it. Like I said, I get a very avoidant energy. I'm becoming a better person also came out for you guys. So I see them like trying to better themselves, but I don't feel like it's through their own choice. I don't feel like they're putting in the work to get better. I feel like the universe is kind of forcing them to expand a bit here. And then we have, I wonder if you're happy without me and we need to let each other go. Still running away from this connection, yet still wondering about you. And it's like this person is really having this internal struggle because on one end, they care, they want to be happy. And on the other end, it's like, but I'm not ready, or I can't handle this, or this is too much. And ultimately, I really feel like it's because of a relationship that they haven't made amends with in the past, because this is the reason exactly why it's not good to jump right into a relationship, immediately jump on a dating app as soon as you go through a breakup. I feel like that's what this person did. They immediately made themselves available, or to be fair, they may not have expected something romantic to turn out of the situation with you. Like if you guys go to school together, or if your coworkers, like, you know, they had the intention of going to school or going to work, they didn't have the intention of looking for the next person for them to be with. So it may have just happened. Like I'll give them that. But you know, it's when you go on the apps or you immediately make yourself open, like you get under another person to get over someone, you still have to handle this at some point, because when it's truly time to take things forward, step into that next phase, even with that new person, you won't be able to do it. You know, you won't be able to do it if you still have that baggage on you from that old relationship. So, ooh. Oh my God. Okay, so we have, I wish I could share my good news with you and I love you. So I feel like this person is coming to realize that they have really strong feelings for you, that they're in love with you. And also I feel like the good news is, you know, them saying, I actually addressed what happened with my ex. I actually talked to them and I set the tone, and I told them that I didn't want to be with them moving forward, or, you know, I didn't want to have anything with them. And you should have, I wish I could tell you like how I stood up to them and how I actually addressed like my wounds. You know, they want to share that with you, but also they don't feel like they can, because that's unfair to you. You know, it's unfair to you to continue to put their burdens on you in that way. You know, when they reach out to you, or when they see themselves reaching out to you, they feel like it should be positive, like just about us, let's move forward. They don't feel like it's fair for you they don't feel like it's fair for them. Now I'm hearing tongue-tied, and now I'm hearing take me to your best friend's house. That may be a song you just listened to recently, or a song that played in the background when, like, the last time you saw them or something like that. But they may also have a throat chakra block, and, you know, they may struggle with getting tongue-tied frequently and saying what they mean and I'm also picking up on someone who has a slight stutter. So that makes them uncomfortable, and that makes it extra hard, because it's like not only do they have anxiety for regular conversations, but when they're nervous and then they start to stutter a bit more, like they really get like anxious, and it's hard for them to go in with that. But yeah, they don't want to reach out unless it's like, let's just move forward, you know, like I'm ready. They don't want to reach out like, oh, I still got a bunch of work to do, but, you know, I told off my ex. You know what I mean? Like they don't feel like that's fair to tell you like, I'm still not wanting to move forward, or I'm still not ready to move forward, but I did do something good. Yay. Like they just kind of feel like that's not appropriate. I looked for you everywhere, and I left when I saw you with someone. So you may have made them jealous through your social media, or, you know, they may have saw you talking to someone and it's not even like that, but they may be a bit butthurt that, you know, at some point they got a bit jealous. They saw you with someone. Ooh. We got the forgiveness card. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And it's crazy because we had, you know, a card from the very first deck that we pulled from about that. We had a card about forgiveness and letting go of resentment, so that you guys can actually move forward, because you can't move forward with the resentment. And tapping into this energy, I feel like they've tapped into their forgiveness. So it's like the more you forgive yourself and work on yourself, the better this connection will get. And I do see them doing a lot of work in the background, trying to stand up to their ex and also end things with them. So your pile is very tricky, group one. You already know you can hit me up on Etsy if you want to go deeper, but there's a lot going on and nothing all at once. And I would say nothing all at once because a lot of what's going on is emotional versus, oh, this person has like taken all this action to do this and this and this. For the most part, they're throwing themselves into work, trying to get to a better space emotionally, and they have stood up to their ex or made it clear to their ex that they don't want to move on. Or that could be something still unfolding with the devil and the lovers. That could take a little while. We had the tower at the bottom of the deck, especially if the universe is having to initiate that for them and kind of force them to have that breakthrough. It can take a bit while longer. But I am glad to see that you guys are trying to heal, and also they are as well. So that is what I have for you guys. Tricky pile. That was your spread. I'll talk to you later. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Sunstone and the Animal Totem Tarot, this is your reading. We're doing a twin flame update, getting into how they're thinking and feeling about you, the situation, about themselves, and also what they're doing at this time, trying to get into what's going on in your connection. So let's just get started. Group 2, Sunstone. Spirit, tell me what their twin flame is working on at this time, what they're doing, what they're thinking and feeling. We just got a bunch that came out, so let's see. Ooh. A message for you came out. This one says, I am thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So there's a little love message coming through right away here. I feel a very warm energy with that. I feel like your twin flame, that may have been why you clicked on this video to begin with, because you felt that there's been a shift recently. You've been really thinking about them a lot recently, whereas you had taken some time to yourself to really figure yourself out. And, you know, you played less attention to this connection, but there's definitely, there's definitely a shift here I'm feeling, and I definitely feel like they're feeling pretty good. I'm like, I don't even know which one to choose. There's so many messages here. Okay, let's start here. We have wait and trust. Wait says, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So I feel like some of you guys are feeling like, you know what, I want to walk away from this connection. And soon as I finally made up my mind, you know what, I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to entertain it anymore. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to be unhappy. All of a sudden, all these thoughts are rushing in. You're seeing all these angel numbers, and the universe is trying to tell you to wait and giving you messages like, you know, this could still work out here for you. And you're like, why? Why is this happening now? You know, we have time. And then we have a new beginning. Time says you are trying too hard, give it time. So I feel like, you know, you tried to fix the situation, and because it didn't work, because you weren't able to fix it, you know, now you're wanting to walk away from it. But the universe is telling you, you know, I never told you to try to force it and try to do, you know, spell work and try to manifest a new beginning and try to fix it. You didn't surrender to the situation and allow it to kind of naturally play out in your favor. You know, you immediately kind of jumped on it and said, you know what, I need to fix this situation. And you may be like a really hard worker. You may be a single mom. You may be someone who left your parents' house at a young age, always had to take care of yourself, because I feel like your masculine energy is very active. And you're the kind of person like, listen, if I don't do it, it doesn't get done. So you're like, no, of course I'm not going to wait for it. Why would I wait for them to fix the situation, you know? But I feel like that kind of puts you in this space now where you're feeling not as optimistic as you would if you would have naturally just kind of surrendered to what it was here. A new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So the universe is kind of telling you, like, this situation is naturally going to transform itself. Your twin flame is feeling quite optimistic, surprisingly, about this situation. And we have the playfulness card. So I would expect them to reach out soon. But the thing is, like, if they reach out and they send you a funny meme, whereas it's like the last time you guys talked, it was a full-on argument, don't get mad at them. I feel like they're wanting to shift the energy, and this is just the best way how. And it's like the apology will happen. The conversation that needs to happen will always happen. But I feel like this situation is teaching you, like, not everything happens on your time. Not everything happens in the way that you see it or you would want it to, or the way that it makes the most sense, you know, for you. So the universe is trying to get you to be more open to this situation. It says laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember that love is the greatest healer. Truly, seriously. And you know what? You'd be surprised. Like, you know, next thing you know, you're spending more time with this person. You're getting back into a good space with this person. And they're like, you know what? I'm sorry. I was so wrong. You know what I mean? But if you're cold and you're harsh and you're looking at them with the crazy eyes when they're coming to you, they may get scared and just walk away and choose not to have the conversation or not even to try to get there, because they're like, I can already see that you're pissed. I can already see that you want things to be your way or the highway. Even if they did make a mistake, I can already see you're not in a loving energy right now. So I'm just not going to bother. You know what I mean? Don't force them into that situation by, you know, being too like just stern and cold and harsh, even though you have been hurt in this situation. We have, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. That's crazy, because I kept saying allowance, allowance, allowance. You know, that's very important for you guys. And tapping into this energy, I feel like it's going to be a give and take for you guys. Both of you guys are, this is what I feel with the situation. I feel like you guys are going to come back into the situation with a better understanding of who you're dealing with. They understand what ticks you off, what makes you uncomfortable, what makes you react negatively. And I feel like that's vice versa. You understand their communication more. You're like, okay, they come in a joking kind of manner. That's how they cope, but then they get more serious, you know? Once you accept that's how this person does things, instead of, you know, still trying to force it to go the way that you feel that it should go or the way that it would be most comfortable for you, I feel like you guys will actually be able to move forward. So I see a new beginning here, but the universe is asking you for a crazy amount of trust, and it is pretty tough. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm lecturing you guys, and I'm not even trying to, because of the way that the messages are coming through. They keep saying, like, don't force it, don't force it, don't force it. So I keep delivering the message, don't force it, don't force it, don't force it. But I'm like, why does the universe keep drilling this in? So we'll go further in a minute. The last card we got from this oracle deck, though, we got balance. It says, love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that supports both challenges, or sorry, a great relationship is one that both supports and challenges, is what it says. So let's put this oracle deck away. And let's get into the tarot. Spirit, please tell me how their person is thinking and feeling and what they're doing at this time. Yeah, they're kind of afraid to approach you a little bit. We have the Ace of Cups. They miss you, but they also feel attached to you still. They've been getting your energy some way, somehow lately. Perhaps you've been softening up to them and this process has already started, or this is an energy of them kind of reflecting on the relationship with loving eyes and remembering all the reasons why you guys did make sense. I definitely feel like they're feeling there's some sort of block here. And honestly, it's giving me an energy that they're scared. They're just scared. Like Chariot in reverse, it's like the dog with the tail between the legs energy, looking down, trying to avoid the situation. Like, you know, they're just kind of scared to approach you. They kind of feel like, honestly, they really embarrass themselves. We got the Knight of Wands. That's good. So that'll be forward progress. So I do feel like they're going to reach out eventually. With the Chariot card, I feel like it's been a long time coming, though. And this is why we got the King of Pentacles. They had to grow. That was the only way that this was going to work out. That was the only way that you guys were going to be able to move forward. If they said, okay, these are the reasons why it's not working, let me fix that. And then, like, after things have cooled down, both of you can kind of look at the relationship in a more loving way. You with loving eyes, them with loving eyes. Wow, King of Wands too. That's a progression, because we had the Knight of Wands that came out first, and the King of Wands is being able to follow through. So I feel like the next time you talk to your twin flame, once, you know, you guys get out of a no contact, if you're in no contact, or once the communication kind of like really goes to a head where it's like you guys are talking pretty consistently, I feel like things are going to get really good between the two of you, because Knight of Wands is like an energy of their intention. They intend to do better. They intend to show you more love. They intend to be more open and vulnerable, and they have like outward passion towards you. King of Wands is actually being able to follow through. And King of Pentacles, they had to find themselves their own value and their own growth. They had to figure out what they could add to the situation for that to happen. So I love it. This is like an energy of them not only wanting to come together, but having the ability to. Eight of Wands, yeah, and the Ace of Pentacles, oh my God. We got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles now. So that's definitely an energy of, you know, them, like, they've really worked on themselves. And also, I love this. We got the dung beetle here, rolling a little, I think it's like a mud ball that they roll. But that's a long time coming. I would look up the scarab beetle. Scarab beetles, I forget exactly how long it is, but they spend like a decade living in mud, and then they finally make their return like to land. And I forget the whole story, but it's very inspirational. And you may be like a scarab beetle. That may be your spirit animal. I do know they're related to cancers in some way, so you may have a Cancer placement, or maybe this person does. But it's basically, you know, a story of, you know, persistence and trust and divine timing and allowance. And it is a long time coming. It's a whole journey, you know, 10 years underground under the mud, and then finally emerging when you're ready. You know, imagine being conscious but not acting on it, because you know it's not the best time. And you know, these animals or these insects, they do this out of like nature, you know. It's just like in their intuition, they know when it's time to get up and show out. So I just freaking love it. Eight of Wands, very, very, very confident. When your twin flame reaches out to you, it's going to be very, very confident. Now don't mix that up with serious because again, I feel like this person may be a bit of a jokester, or you know, they're trying to come in on a playful energy because they genuinely want to remember, like they want to share something good with you. They want to create a new memory, like they want it to be yeah, High Priestess coming out, definitely referencing that that intuition I was just talking about. And I feel like you both know it, like both of you guys are in a much better space. But yeah, I was gonna say, you know, don't confuse like them coming in with being playful with them trying to play games with you, because it's like they just want good energy before they address like what has really happened here. Oh my God, we have the King of Cups. We got 3 kings so far. Who are we missing? The King of Water? No, this is the King of Water. Oh, the King of Air. We're missing the King of Swords. We have the King of Cups here, so they have the water element, the earth element, and the fire element. They have the passion, they have the love. It looks like I just flipped you guys off. I put my middle finger first. We have the passion, we have the love, and what was the third one? Pentacles. They have like the stability. So all we need is like that swords energy, that completion, that accuracy, that communication, and they're perfect. They're good. I feel like they've really, really, really built a solid foundation, you guys. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse and the Devil here, so they definitely were fighting off some demons. I feel like your person has really been through it, and I feel like they're going to tell you all about it. Like, I just get an energy of battle scars with this person. Like, they're going to tell you, like, dude, I know I played you. I know I did. I know I messed with you. I know I hurt your feelings. And I had to address that demon myself. And just like I deflected so, you know, that my shadow side could attack you instead so I didn't get hurt. Once it was just me and I was just all alone without you, without your help, I didn't have anywhere to deflect that energy. So I had to face it. I had a situation like that happen with me and this guy I dated. I always like to give you guys personal examples just to let you know, like, you're not alone in this. But there's this guy I dated and I stopped talking to him because I'm like, dude, you're not going to keep playing me. You're not going to mess with me. Like, I'd rather be alone. So he tells me this story about how he went to go, you know, fool around with this other girl, and he couldn't get hard. And so she basically like kicked him out of her house. She's like, well, and I'm like, you go, queen. But she kicked him out of her house because he couldn't do anything for her. And he was like, you know, that was a very embarrassing moment for me. That's never happened. And he was like looking to me for consolation. I'm like, you have not changed, because I am not going to come for you. But it's just funny. Like, I feel like they're going to share that journey with you. Like, okay, I know what I did to you, but guess what happened to me? Like, this guy was telling me the story darn near in tears. Talk about ego. You're in tears, really? Because you got kicked out? Please. But yeah, you guys, like, I feel like something like that where you're gonna hear the tea with this person, like, you know, what they've been through and what's happened to them. They're a little sob story, but I don't feel like you're going for it. I don't feel like you're gonna comfort them. Oh, don't worry, you're gonna be all better. You're like, well, that's what you get. You know what I mean? 8 of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel you guys being less sure about this relationship than they are at this time. I like that dynamic because I feel like before you guys may have been more sure, whereas they were less sure. So I like that, you know, they're coming in with a sure energy to really kind of like show you. I have gone from the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. There's been a genuine, healthy progression for me, and I'm sure of this connection. It's going to be a breath of fresh air to have them, you know, feeling so sure. Like, okay, that was like 15 cards. Just a few cards, Spirit. Update on their twin flame. What are they thinking? What are they doing? We have, I want to be more than friends, and I wish things could be different. Okay, that actually makes total sense, because I was feeling an energy of you guys being quite triggered before, and when they're coming in on this new beginning and they're coming in this playful energy, this is likely why. If you guys started as friends and then it turned into more, but you weren't able to go like all the way into a full relationship space, that makes perfect sense as to why you guys may have been sensitive or more triggered by them coming in that playful energy and having a hard time with that, because I was feeling like you guys having a hard time with that. I wish things could be different. Honestly, I feel like they wish all of this BS didn't even happen, and both of you guys just kind of surrendered, you know, at the same time. But it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It doesn't, like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, I wish things could be different. That's just something for you to know. I don't really know. I don't have a comment for it, because it's like, they are the way they are. So you gotta make change, you know? Oh my God, we have, I can't stop thinking about you, and sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So they're definitely got you on their mind. They're thinking about you a lot, wanting to get close to you. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Now that could be them deflecting, or that could be genuine, you know? You had things that you were going through. They had things that they were going through. Ooh. I am not available, and you and I were too young. So you may have met this person at a earlier point in your life, and you're having a hard time letting them go, because they may be like, for like very few of you, married or still in a relationship, and it's like, you know, they're doing all of this growth, but they're doing all this growth for another person or with another person. And they want to come back to you, and I feel like that may be why they're coming in on a playful energy as well, because that may be all they can offer you unless they get divorced or unless they let go of that relationship. Let me tap in to see, for those of you experiencing that timeline, what are they going to do? Spirit, what are they going to do? For those of them who are dealing with someone that is with another person at this time, what is their person going to do? So we have balance and foundations and achievements. This is a tricky situation. For those of you where this person is with another person, it's hard to say. It's honestly hard to say. Because this foundation and achievements is what they're building at this time. But also I see things coming to an equilibrium with you. So I do see you guys at least being able to, at the bare minimum, talk things through. But also, they are with another person, and I haven't got a confirmation that, oh my God, yep, see, I was gonna say, I haven't got a confirmation that they're gonna leave that person, and then we have suffering and silence and new beginnings. So for now, it looks like they're suffering for a while. For some of them, they will get out of that relationship, and they will come to you and try to build something with you. But honestly, some of you guys, they're gonna continue to dig their heels into this relationship and try to build a foundation of love with that person and try to make the best out of it, especially if they're married. If they're just in a relationship, I would say like 70-30. 30% chance they'll stay, 70% chance they'll leave. But for those of you who are in a situation where, you know, this person is married, I feel like they're going to try to make the best out of that relationship, at least apologize to you and give you the closure and validation that, you know, I felt it to you. I feel attracted to you still, and I'm suffering in silence, low-key. I'm not happy here. If I could choose, you know, I would be with you, but at the same time, we've built a family and we are married. So, you know, we have financial ties, we have family ties, you know, I can't let all that go to waste for my own happiness. I made the wrong decision, and I kind of just have to lay in it. So, and for that, I feel like that's like, you know, 80-20. 20% will leave, 80% will stay, but 100% will get the balance with this person and at least be able to talk about it. And you will be able to have this person as a friend. And it's just like, you know, in the next lifetime, perhaps you can move forward. But like I said, that's not for all of you. That's for those of you who are specifically dealing with that dynamic in your twin flame connection where this person is married to another person or in like a long-term relationship with another person. We have forgiveness and abundance. So honestly, the universe is saying, regardless, you're going to be blessed. Regardless, I'm going to come through for you. I'm going to help you, support you, and put you in another situation, or continue to help you make things work with this one. Whatever can be done. You got a lot of support from the universe. Abundance. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And then forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So there's an energy of you guys needing to heal from the situation for your own sake, regardless of whether or not this person is going to come back. And I feel like that's only in question really for those of you who, I feel like all of you, this person is going to come back. But whether it's to start a romantic situation or not depends on if this person is like married or in a relationship. Because like I said, that's where it gets kind of dicey. But the universe is saying, you know, it's time to forgive and heal for your own sake. And I will still, you know, help you manifest someone who is available to you if you're a part of that low percentage of people who this person is like gone so far as to actually get themselves tied up in another situation now. Very, very tricky twin flame reading this time around. That's your update, you guys, though. Like I said, you can always check me out on Etsy. It's always linked in the description if you would like to go deeper or if you want your own private tarot reading. But that is what I have for you today, your twin flame update, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Crystal Visions Tarot and the Zebra Stone, this is your reading. This is your twin flame update. We're getting into how they're feeling about you, themselves, the situation, and what they're doing. Very complex readings I've had all day, so let's see what's going on. Spirit, please tell me what their twin flame is thinking and feeling at this time. What are they doing? Well, let's start here. We got twin flames and new beginning. So this is the confirmation. If you've been wondering, like, is this my twin flame? How could this be my twin flame when the situation is so difficult? Honestly, the truth of the twin flame situation is it can expand, it can cause rapid expansion, it can help you grow very, very quickly. But a lot of people, to be honest, avoid that because it can get very hard to grow. But I'm glad we got that confirmation for you guys right out of the gate. And then we have new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So tapping into this energy, you guys, I feel like a new start is on the way for you and your twin flame. Now this is interesting. We have beware that you are projecting. For the qualities you admire in one another are the qualities that you both possess. Equally so, the qualities that you don't like are also your own reflection. So there may be something, you know, like say for an example, this person is avoidant. You know, this person is a mirror. So perhaps you're not avoidant in the same way, but there are things that you are avoidant of. So if this person avoids talking about their feelings, have you avoided, you know, admitting how you feel about your childhood, how you feel about your parents? Have you been avoidant of, you know, perhaps one of your friends that always gets you into trouble or you're not in alignment with anymore? Are you avoidant of the truth of that situation? A lot of times people reject like the mirroring energy, like, no, I'm not the same. I don't have those same qualities, because usually it is in a different way. But somewhere, somehow, you know, you're also, you know, mirroring that energy in your own life. So the universe is saying, you know, make sure you're not projecting and getting upset with this person for avoiding, you know, opening up to you or whatever is happening when you're doing the same thing in your own life. You know, have empathy for them that they're also struggling with that, which is why they are your twin flame. And then we have, you may not understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So the universe is saying that this tough time is coming to an end and you're going to see why it happened in the first place. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So I feel like you guys may have gotten used to like the dynamic. I feel like this is a connection that kind of started off where it's like, oh my God, I love your energy. I love you. I want to be up under you all the time. You know, I feel like no one kind of put the brakes on the situation and both of you were just like really wanting to move forward. And then at some point, you know, things kind of shifted here. And it's like, okay, you know, someone started to pull back. They started to, you know, catch up with their friends, see what they were doing. And, you know, you may have felt like really thrown off by that energy. So you may have been looking to them for like validation or vice versa. You know, they may have started to take too much of your time and your energy. And you're like, hey, I have other connections that I want to, you know, uplift right now, and you know, I want to still be that support system for my friends, so I can't do that if I'm always spending time with you. Or something definitely happened where it's like, okay, it shifted the energy and someone didn't react very well to that. We have the Freedom card. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. But there does have to be an acceptance of the way this person is, you know. Perhaps you need a lot of validation, but this person doesn't. You have to accept that they're not like that. Their love language may not be words of affirmation. Maybe their words of, maybe their love language is like quality time. So you have to see, this person is showing me love the way that they know how to. And we can either communicate what we need and, you know, see if they'll do it, or we have to accept that this person has their own soul, their own spirit, their own journey that they've lived out before they were even aware of me. So it genuinely may take time for this person to compromise, or they just may not do it. We have my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we're always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Oh my God, you guys may be doing a lot of interaction like in the dream space, in the 5D. You may feel this person's energy around. You may always smell like, you know, their cologne, their perfume, their scent. You know, I have had literally that happen before, where I was just literally in my room and I smelled the person I was dating. I smelled their scent, and they hadn't been to my house in like at least a week, but I just like, I was just walking in my room and I stopped in my tracks because I was like, I smell my person. I freaking love when that happens. But you know, tapping into this energy, I do see like the interaction with you guys, and I feel like you guys just need to come back together in a fresh energy. We have romance and friendship. Cupid's arrow strikes. So I feel like things are going to heat up between the two of you soon, making it easier for you guys to move forward. And then we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So I feel like you guys coming back in this new space of friendship and romance and admiration for each other, more of an innocent kind of nature versus so serious, or versus, you know, cutthroat or distance, whatever it's been. I feel like you guys coming back together in this friendship energy will greatly help you, because it's like, this is why we were attracted to each other in the beginning, and being able to feel that and see that again is going to make it feel very reassuring for you guys that you can make this work with some compromise. I feel like your person is super stubborn though. I do feel that like intuitively. I feel like they're extremely stubborn. We have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul, the memories you've shared, and the memories you've shared with those you love. So the universe is like, you know, you can't live this much of your path with these low vibrational feelings anymore, you know. We have to see the bright side. We have to start our ascension again, you know. We have to get out of this space because it's not healthy for you. So we have time and wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And then we have time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So you may be trying to manifest it and then further feeling bad about your situation because the manifestation isn't working. And the universe is saying like, put the candles away. Stop spending your money on spell work. Take some time to yourself to heal, to come back into a good space on your own mentally. And then the situation will come back together. I feel like the universe is going to help you. King of Swords in reverse and the Five of Pentacles. I do feel like your person is realizing the error of their own ways, because it's funny. King of Swords energy is really kind of like, it really can be, the King of Swords can be very stubborn. That's just the truth. King of Swords is Libra energy, and it's not like all Libras are stubborn, but specifically when the King of Swords comes out, it can represent someone very stubborn. And King of Swords in reverse, Five of Pentacles, they're realizing when they've been stubborn and when they've gotten in their own way, how that's only kept them from being able to live out their highest timeline. So I feel like they're kind of having this epiphany, like, listen, I'm gonna either have to survive off of seeing my person in the 5D for the rest of my life, or actually make change so I can experience this love and the conscious 3D dimension. You know what I mean? I feel like I keep getting this image of I'm hearing like a vampire only surviving off of like animals, you know, versus like the blood of, you know, people like vampires do. I feel like that's the energy. It's like, it's just not enough. It's not as good. And I have the option to have everything that I want. Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yep. That honestly tells me everything that I need to know. I mean, the thing about the Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy, so she can be extremely emotional. And the thing about emotional is, you know, sadness is not the only emotion. When you're happy, you're really happy. When you're sad, you're really sad, though. When you're angry, you get really angry. It kind of turns into rage, like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this person did this to me. I cannot believe I allowed this. I cannot believe this when this ended up here, like, you know. Ten of Cups in reverse. Very much so, I feel you guys are very attached to the situation. I feel like you guys are very attached to this person, and I feel like you truly love them, and it is just absolutely breaking your heart that it hasn't been working. Oh, I'm so glad I turned around to see what was at the bottom of the deck, because at the end of the day, we have the Death card in reverse. So that new beginning, where was it? That new beginning that we got is apparent, is coming. Ten of Cups in reverse, though, you're going to have to throw away your old version of this person and the old version of the relationship. The old version of the person, honestly, once you see that they're moving differently and that they're better, that's going to make it a lot easier for you to move forward. So it's not going to be a situation where you just have to forgive and forget without them apologizing or doing anything different. I feel like the older version of themselves, of that your person you're dealing with, your twin flame, it'll be easier to, you know, allow that older version to be replaced by the newer version, because you can see every day that they're trying and they're doing better. The hardest for you guys is going to be Ten of Cups in reverse. Not panicking and feeling like you're going to end back here. Like the relationship isn't going to work out because it didn't work out before. You know, doubting yourself and your ability to see when... Oh. To see when, you know, you may get triggered or where things may go left, and having confidence in yourself that you will move differently. You know what I mean? Now we have the Seven of Cups, so this makes things a little bit tricky, because I feel like you guys have options. And I don't even mean just options like right in your space right now, but in your mind you have options. You're saying to yourself, should I continue to engage in this twin flame connection, because I can move on, move forward, and I can date someone else? And you're kind of wondering, like, am I holding myself back by staying here? High Priestess in reverse. Some of you guys are almost like, this kind of feels foolish for me to sit and wait for this person when I could be living and enjoying my life now with another. But also there's like this energy of, but those connections just don't resonate with me as much as this one does, which is why I keep coming back to it. So it's difficult. Like I said, some of you guys are kind of stuck between deciding if you want to continue. And it's funny because the way this card fell out is like it fell out upright and then it like bounced to in reverse. And it's the Justice card, you know? So that definitely represents an internal struggle. You don't know if you're doing the right thing by waiting. You don't know if if waiting is the right thing to do. Like I said, it just kind of really feels like you guys are doubting yourself. We have the Empress in reverse. You don't feel respected and appreciated by this person. And Queen of Cups, it's not that I don't love you, but you know, it's very hard for you guys to stay here. It's very hard for me to stay in a situation where I'm not happy. And at the bottom of the deck now, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You want to set yourself free. You want to release yourself from the confinement, release yourself from the struggle, from the heartache, from the games, and just honestly say to hell with it. Like, okay, if this is what you're gonna do, my goodness. But it's hard because the Tower in reverse just came out. It's like you don't want to be a failure. You don't want to fully let this go. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. Like I said in the beginning of your reading, all of the readings have been like this today, where it's just like, honestly, I think it's a collective energy, and in all twin flame situations that are happening right now, the way that this has continued to come up this way, it's like we're really being challenged right now, because anyone in a twin flame dynamic right now is experiencing a gray area. It's not black and white. Like, for an example, it's easy to let someone go when they do something that's absolutely terrible to you. You don't have any good memories with them. It's easy to let that person go. It is much harder to let go of someone who hasn't crossed a boundary or a line or done anything too bad. So it's like you kind of feel bad letting them go, because it's like it's not like they're a horrible person. It's not like they like did me like just dirty. But at the same time, I'm not happy. You know what I mean? So it's like we're in this really crazy, like interesting space where it's like, what do we do? Spirit, please tell me, please give me clarity on this twin flame situation. How is their person feeling? What are they doing? What are they doing or planning to do at this time? Oh my God, I'm glad to see it. So it looks like this person is having a change of heart. Ooh, and at the bottom of the deck, we have new life. So the underlying energy for your situation is that they're wanting that new beginning just as much as you're wanting to, even though I feel you guys kind of drifting away and starting to lean towards, you know, maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe I should move on. On your person's end, when I specifically asked, like, what are they planning on doing? I got clean it up, go the distance, and milk and honey. So that's them realizing how much you matter to them, and milk and honey, how much this can work out, how much you guys complement each other when you're living out your highest version of yourself. And then we have clean it up. So I do feel like they're going to give you guys an apology, and then go the distance is an energy of them wanting to go the distance with you, wanting to like, okay, I want you to be my life partner. I want you to be the person that I end up with. I want to continue to try with you. I want you. I want it to be you. You know, there's going to be challenges no matter who I end up with, but I want it to be you. And right now they're at a fork in the road where they're kind of like coming to terms with this energy that this is what it is for them. So I feel like they're still in their process, and I feel like this whole waiting thing is what's irritating for you guys, and this time problem is what's making it feel for you guys like it's better for you to move on than wait, because if this person isn't communicating what they're doing, it's like you kind of don't know unless you get a reading, or unless you tap into their energy, or you know, see them in the 5D or in the dream space where they're communicating with you there. It's hard to know what at all is happening or what they're thinking. Ooh. We got no place like home at the bottom of the deck. We have serendipity. So I do think that things are going to work out in a very magical way for you. The thing about serendipity is it is very random. You know, it's like luck, it's unexpected. It's just like a feeling of absolute bliss, and it's like going into a situation without having expectations as to how it has to go, but ending up with best case scenario. That's what serendipity is. And we have the higher power card, which is why I feel like this situation is so serendipitous in the first place, because it's like the universe is coming through to help. This person isn't doing everything on their own. All they know is that you feel like home. All they know is with you, they're going to be happy. With you, they can experience love. With you, they can experience friendship and harmony and hope. And oh my God, I see it. This is crazy. I've never had a vision on this card, ever. But no place like home. I can see you guys in this home. And if you look at the card, you can see how it's like lifted up off the grounds. And it's like nobody matters when we're here, because we're just here with each other, loving each other, experiencing each other's energy. And I just see like little kisses and a lot of affection. And it's like the universe is really kind of putting you guys in a position where you're unaffected by what's happening on a ground level. Everything in the world just goes silent for you guys to experience love and joy and happiness. And I really feel like this is a connection worthwhile, especially after seeing that, you know? I feel like there are fundamental things that are going to have to be fixed, but I do feel like the love is worth it in this situation. We have kindness counts. So yeah, that's definitely that energy of what I was talking about way in the beginning of the reading, where it's like, you know, you being there for this person does impact your situation positively. It does make a positive difference. It is a good thing. Kindness counts. Don't feel like they take your kindness for granted, because even if they do in the moment, they're human, they're imperfect, but it will positively impact your situation. Because once you address the mirror in them, you can address and accept the mirror within you, and you will grow and they will grow, and you guys will just get closer and closer. So, you know, all of this does matter, even if you don't see it in the 3D. If you look at it from the 5D, you know, that's why it can work. Like a lot of people, especially twin flame connections, when you have that super strong, powerful spiritual connection with someone, that's why your person is so different in these other dimensions, because they don't have their 3D problems and worries that distract them, or their 3D self that isn't as evolved as a 5D being. You can't go in the 5D unless you are evolved. So it's tricky and hard to understand when you're a 3D being living in this reality. But I feel like this person, you know, is just kind of lost in the sauce, and I do feel like they're coming to. We have you're never alone, so your guides really want to support you at this time. You may have been feeling really lonely at this time, and I did get that 7 of Cups energy, where it's like you were even considering other options, because you're ready for this. You're ready for that higher vantage point where you guys are literally loving each other, being with each other, and it's just like alone, and it's very affectionate, like alone with each other, you know? Disconnected from the 3D, and that's even a symbolism of being disconnected from the 3D, because you're in the sky in this card. You're not, you know, really on this 3D reality on the ground level. And I feel like you're ready for that, and that's what's causing you to want to move on. The universe is saying you're never alone. We all have free will. You have to make your decision for you, because at the end of the day, this is a general reading. So some of you have experienced like really low vibrational traumatic experiences with your person. So I'm not going to tell anyone who's like been dragged through hell to stay. No, it's just not happening. I'm not the reader that will ever tell you that. But for those of you who have experienced something that, yeah, it's crazy. We got patience at the bottom of the deck. Something that isn't too bad for you. Maybe you'll consider waiting. We have the Death card. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Exactly. We got the new beginning card. Death has to happen. And in order for that to happen, 10 of Cups in reverse, it did come to an end, but that's because we have a new beginning here. And if you don't let go and allow this to end, you won't also be able to move into your new beginning. And then we have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Everything has been so like in line with your reading. The time message just keeps coming up. The universe just keeps drilling it in. Fine, fine, fine. I get it. I will surrender to the time message. But yeah, you guys, I mean, there is so much potential with this situation, and that's why you hang on. I can feel that in my soul and my spirit, you know? And it's such a sweet energy that even I crave, you know, as a person. Like, I would love to have this with my person as well. So that's what I have for you guys. If you want to go deeper, you can. You already know, hit me up on Etsy. It's always linked in the description. Or if you want your own private tarot reading, you can contact me there. But that was your twin flame update. That is what's going on, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Smoky Quartz and the Gilded Tarot Royale, this is your reading. We are getting into your twin flame update. How are they feeling? What are they doing? How are they feeling about the situation, about themselves, about you? What they're working on at this time, what they're doing. Spirit, please tell me what is going on with their twin flame right now. How are they feeling about themselves, about the situation? What are they doing at this time? Interesting. The soulmate card came out. Okay. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Ooh, that's crazy. The universe is coming through right away saying you have options. So the universe is immediately kind of relieving stress off of this situation to say, well, I mean, you do have a soulmate. You don't have to deal with this person. You're not going to be unhappy. And I feel like that's really just to put you guys more in a space where you don't feel as stressed out about the situation, or, you know, you don't start to feel hopeless about the situation, because you do have other options and there are other people that you can connect with in the reality that you can live a romantic, you know, a happy romantic life out with. This one says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Honestly, the universe is presenting you guys immediately with another path and another option, another way, because immediately I saw a train in my mind's eye with this, and it's an energy of travel. The universe is saying, like, you know, how long have you been working at the situation? Has it got any better? If it hasn't gotten any better, perhaps you want to entertain the idea of taking this time where you feel like you're kind of at ground zero to paint this blank slate a different picture versus what it is now. So, wow, the universe is really coming in with like, listen, you have another option here. This could be a great time for you to move and pursue the highest version of yourself, the highest version of your path, instead of being stressed out about this twin flame situation. Best case scenario, they'll follow, they'll chase you, they'll realize like, oh my God, my opportunity is leaving me. Or best case scenario for you is you get linked up with your soulmate. So I've never had that happen ever in a twin flame reading where the universe has said, listen, you got options. Like, what? I don't know why that's coming out. All right, so here's a message from your twin flame. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So they feel very, you know, I feel like there's a bit of toxicity here. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present. Enjoy it. I feel like that's about the passion that your person has for you, but it's very physical. Honestly, it's like you can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink. The universe led you guys together, put you in the same space as your twin flame, but if they only pursue the physical part of the connection, the universe is saying, well, you go then and pursue your passion. I get a city energy here, and it's coming through like the devil wears Prada. Like, you exploring your city, you getting a really good job, a job that you've always kind of wanted, doing something that you're genuinely passionate about, and really just like an energy of pursuing your dreams and leaving the situation behind. That's an option for some of you. And it's not something the universe is saying you have to do, or the universe is trying to force you into. I feel like this has already been on your mind for a while. Before you even got with this twin flame, that may have the twin flame situation may be what held you back from pursuing that life or that path in the first place. Perhaps you were really making solid plans to move and like, you know, go on another path, and this person, this twin flame situation is what kept you held back. And they do love you, I can say that with certainty. But I also feel like they don't lean into the emotional aspect of the connection, and they do lean into the physical aspect. And at this point, you just feel used, or you feel like this is like a bottom feeding version of ourselves. Like, this is not, you know what I mean? Like, this is a very unevolved version of ourselves. This is not the best relationship we could have. This is like something you would lean into, like if we're in the caveman days, like, okay, physical connection, yeah, that's how we show our love for each other, cool, you know what I mean? But now where we've developed, you know, quite far emotionally and intuitively and really in all ways, mind, body, and soul, like there's this craving for more. It's very interesting. I don't typically see this where you meet your twin flame and you're at such different parts in your journey. Like, I feel like you've lived quite a few more lifetimes than this person, or they've squandered their lifetimes or this lifetime, and they've just like partied or had fun or not taken it seriously to the point where they may have experienced things, but they didn't take away like the learning lesson from it. Like, I'm getting like your twin flame is not evolved, but that's confusing for me because I'm like, well, how did you guys get linked up in this 3D then? Perhaps because it's the twin flame and it's a magnet, sure. But like, I don't know, I've never really seen that happen. So I feel like, you know, this person has the ability to grow through you, through this experience. They can grow with you or they can grow without you. And we're at a really intense crossroads here where the universe is saying this connection is damn near stunting your personal growth. You already slowed yourself down for them when this relationship first started because you were going to get a new job or you were going to do something new, move. You know, I feel like you guys were at a precipice, like you were going to start, you know, a new beginning. And then this person came along, so you slowed down for them, and now you're seeing like, this is like wasting my freaking time or pissing me off. It's not adding into my life. And then so cut to now, it's like, okay, now we're kind of back at ground zero, and the universe is like, listen, do you want to pursue that again and hope that they can catch up? Or what do you know, the universe is kind of really giving you a lot of reassurance, like, you're special, you have done the work, and that's just period. And I know you want this relationship, and I don't feel like the universe is trying to, you know, force you out of it or force you to let go. I just get the universe, an energy of the universe kind of reminding you of who you are and what you have the ability to do. Because you're starting to feel very limited because you're looking at your life as if it's through their lens. You know, they don't have very many options. They've held themselves back a lot. They haven't done the work. And, but that's not your path, you know, that's not your reality. So the universe is immediately coming in, like reminding you of who you are and that you don't have to deal with this. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yeah. You're entitled to joy. You deserve to feel joy, and you can feel joy right now. Then we have forgiveness and balance. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. Create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And then balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that supports, that both supports and challenges. So again, you know, the universe isn't saying like this is something that you have to let go of, but you know, a great relationship is one that supports you and challenges you. And if you're just experiencing challenge, and you don't even see that this person is emotionally intelligent enough to support you, that's where we at. That's where we're at, you know? The universe is saying, I mean, I can link you with the soulmate, you know? And that's the thing about spirit, or, you know, the universe. It's not always going to force something to work that doesn't make sense, you know? We have the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this is kind of a reality check. It's time to look at the situation for what it is. You still have the ability to, make a crap ton of money. Really, to be successful, make a name for yourself and really gain some like notoriety. Again, I was getting like that Devil Wears Prada energy where it's like something in entertainment or you being really respected in your field is on the horizon for you outside of this connection. But the thing about the 10 of Pentacles is the 10 of Pentacles, when in reference to a relationship, you know, talks about a stable connection with a solid foundation. And I don't feel like this person has the ability to give you that because Ace of Cups in reverse, they don't lean into that, you know, the romantic side of the connection. So you're kind of being faced with a decision here. Again, the universe isn't trying to force you to move on, but the universe is telling you like, listen, the only thing passing you by is time and opportunity. And at some point you may have to address like, this is the reality of the situation. I did a private reading for someone not too long ago, and it was really messed up, to be honest. They were dealing with someone that they really cared for, but that person ended up getting into some really bad trouble, and they're in jail now. and that person is going to be locked up for at least 5 years, 5 to 7 years. And that's like, if they're lucky, they can, I don't know anything about jail. I've personally never been to jail. So I don't know if it's like parole or is that has something to only do with prison. But anyways, that's the quickest they're going to get out. And, you know, I'm doing this reading and I'm like, listen, she's like, why do I have, she was really struggling with guilt. She's like, I want to be there for this person, but you know, I have new options coming through and it's like, I love them, but why would the universe send me this person just to send me someone else? And at the end of the day, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. The universe has put you with your twin flame to give them the ability to rapid ascend through you. And they're not leaning into it. So the universe, of course, will send you someone else, because the universe isn't going to try to force you to be with someone who is pursuing a life of crime and locked up in jail. Someone that you can only talk to if you literally pay, and someone that you will not be able to see in person and share a meal with and even touch and kiss until 5 to whatever years, you know? So yes, sometimes things do change and the universe will give you other options, because if that person doesn't take the opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of like, you know, you just kind of have to look at the situation for what it is. So I feel like some of you guys are really confused at this time. Like, why the hell did this person even end up on my path if they don't have anything to offer me? And it's because this person had the opportunity to be set free, but the universe can't force them to take it. Page of Wands in reverse, look at them, you guys. Page of Wands is someone who, first of all, a Page of Wands 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 really, will lean on a sexual connection before they'll open themselves up and be vulnerable and grow and heal and love. Page of Wands represents someone who's not evolved, you know? So Page of Wands in reverse, Lovers in reverse, it's like Page of Wands in reverse, that's not even satisfying you at this point and holding you over. And Lovers in reverse, you feel like you're wasting your time and you're feeling like this isn't even my twin flame, this isn't someone for me. And also Hangman in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups is soulmate energy. Because you haven't surrendered or made up your mind as far as what you're going to do moving forward, it's keeping you from even being able to explore a connection that's different from the Lovers, but still good, soulmate. You know what I mean? And the truth is, twin flames are not the strongest connections. Honestly, a lot of times you'll have a much stronger connection with a soulmate because they're not a mirror and they're not put into your life for mutual growth. They are, but it's way less intense, you know? So it can still be very, very good. And it's like the only person suffering here at this time is you. We got the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. All of my readings have been like this today, seriously, where it's like I keep trying to get what I want from this reading and the universe is just coming in with like, we're not going to do that today. We're going to focus on what I want, you know? Because it's like, how they're thinking and feeling, what they're doing, I don't feel like I got any of that. I feel like the universe has been channeling directly, just speaking to you. What I can see from what we do have though, what they're doing right now, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they were talking to another person romantically. I don't feel like they're doing very much of anything I haven't gotten anything to say, oh, they're working on themselves, they're growing, they're evolving. How they're feeling, they feel attracted to you, but it's in a very like sexual, low vibrational way. Like low vibrational in the sense that it's like not anything with like depth and, you know, like it just feels very surface level and childish. We got the Ace of Pentacles, you know, still like I'm telling you guys, I really am trying. But the universe is just, like I said, hijacking all these readings. If you watched any other pile, then you know that. But we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So it's like the universe is saying, but you have the ability to experience more. Let me get what they're feeling. The hidden truth will at least tell me that, like what they're thinking and what they're feeling. There's no way to really hijack this one because of the cards in this deck. So let me, because I really do want to get like my God. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. You came closer than anyone. Is that not directly validating everything we've seen in this reading? I literally have chills right now. You came closer to anyone is them admitting that they won't fully or haven't fully surrendered to you, but you came closer than anyone. Acknowledging the strength that you have, acknowledging the connection, the strength of the connection. I am grateful for this spiritual lesson. You know, honestly, I feel like this is the first time they've actually even processed something from a higher vantage point or a spiritual way. And really, truly acknowledged the truth. Ugh, it's so annoying when you meet someone and it's like, they won't focus on what you're talking about. And they just talk about things like unrelated to the point of the discussion. You know what I mean? Like in a romantic sense, where you're trying to talk to someone about, you're always talking, like, so for an example, you come to your partner, you know, I see you entertaining, you know, other people, like, do you really want to be with me? And then they start talking about just something unrelated, like, well, you know, she's doing this and she's doing that for me. And it's like, okay, but you're talking to other people. We can't control what's outside of us. So if she approaches you, that's out of your control, but you're talking to other people. You know what I mean? And it's so annoying to have a conversation with someone like that. And they just, well, she said that. I'm not talking about what she said. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel like this person, that's how their energy comes through, where it's, oh my God. Bottom of the deck, you were the best thing in my life. I left when I saw you with someone. So they may have a jealousy issue, or they may just kind of feel like if you are out having a good time and not focusing all your energy on them, then you don't have any like value to them because you're not feeding into their unevolvation. I know that's not a word, but you get what I'm saying. I am not available. You guys, everything has been spot on for this reading, like flowing like water, even pulling to like finally get their perspective. Yeah, it sucks. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to feel like I'm forcing anyone to let go of something that they don't want to. But like all the signs keep saying like, you know, we got the freedom card. Like, are you serious? Like everything keeps pointing to it may be better to let the situation go. And you guys, here's the beauty about tarot. Once you know what's set to happen, you can change what you do to create the impact that you want. So the situation can still go in your favor with this person, but everything in this reading is just really, it feels so finite. It just feels like you've given them more than enough time to evolve and they just haven't. So even if you go pursue your dreams and experience, you know, love with a soulmate, with another person, perhaps that'll be the push that they need to really work on themselves, and you're not just wasting years of potential experiences and romantic connections in the meantime. And perhaps you guys can come back together later in life. But everything is pointing to you freeing yourself from the situation in some way. This one says, I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. And that's what the universe is saying. Like, you're not tied up. You're not limited. They are. And that's the truth. Ace of Pentacles, you still have God's, Spirit's, the universe's hand on your life, wanting to bless you and help you and work with you. 10 of Pentacles, you still have a happy ever after in your book. And sure, this person was a part of the book, but they're not in the last chapter unless they want to be. Unless you tether yourself to this person and you make them a part of your story. You don't have to be unhappy. You don't have to. You can open yourself up to another ending. you guys already know, my Etsy is always linked in the description if you want to go further, or if you want to get your own private tarot reading so we can see specifically what's going on in your situation. But that's what I have for you, you know? It's like I pulled from so many different decks, and I kept getting the universe like taking over and saying the same thing, and even pulling from the Hidden Truth Oracle to get what they're feeling. I still got validation from everything that we've been seeing and hearing. So I'm not going to keep trying to like force the reading to go in the way that I wanted to. I just have to surrender to what we have. So that's what I have for you guys. That was your reading, your twin flame update, and I'll talk to you soon.